Is anyone else tired of waking up every single day to see the government just doing victory laps because they got away with some other shenanigan because of how stupid they think that we all are, that you are, and most importantly of all, what they even think of their own base. If you are part of the Republican base at this point and you think people like me are mean to you, I'm sorry, but the people that you trust, they're lying directly to your face. In fact, they're like not even really trying to lie anymore. Like they're not even trying hard to make it even seem a little bit convincing. And you should take offense to that. All right. I'm not saying you have to love me or anything, but like, come on. I'll at least tell you the truth and tell you like it is. Not like these people who are going to lie to your face so they can turn around and steal more money from you and cut more benefits or cut whatever, or just start another war. So on the heels of Trump settling with his own IRS that he appoints the head of, he appoints the head of the department that manages the IRS, the Treasury Department. After settling that lawsuit for a cool amount of 1.776 billion, happy 250, that will be used to pay out January Sixers and other people who were unfairly targeted by the Biden administration. Yeah, they just get free money now for starting an insurrection, all right, and breaking into the Capitol and trying to overthrow an election. Yeah, they get a pass. On the heels of that, what I kind of want to say is the biggest fraud slash corruption case of all time, this whole IRS settlement thing. JD Vance has come out hot with this whole fraud task force thing that he was appointed to. He's like the fraud czar now. And my God, if you're a Republican, I need you to wake up because these people are spitting right in your face. Look at this. This is from Politico. Vance to host state AGs at White House for fraud task force meeting. Vice President JD Vance is expected to host state attorneys general at the White House on Tuesday for a meeting of his task force on fraud, according to 4 people familiar with the planning and an invitation obtained by Politico. Invitations for the hour-long meeting set for Tuesday afternoon were sent to Democratic attorneys general on Friday with a deadline to RSVP by Saturday. According to one of the people who, like others in this report, was granted anonymity to discuss non-public details, Republican attorneys generals were invited to the event about a week prior. Vance announced the creation of a new position within the Justice Department to investigate allegations of fraud in January. The Senate confirmed Colin McDonald, a former deputy to now acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, for the new Assistant Attorney General role in March. Democrats are largely expected to skip the meeting, 2 people said, although some offices are expected to send other staffers, according to a third person. A group of Democratic attorneys general sent a joint letter to Vance on Monday evening to discuss his invitation to the event, noting that it was provided with less than 1 business day's notice with no agenda. Yeah, that was kind of the point. They don't want you there, and quite frankly, I don't think you should go. I don't even think you should send your staffers. The task force's work has spanned several departments and agencies, including the Federal Trade Commission, the Small Business Administration, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and the Health, Education, and Agriculture departments. The Department of Health and Human Services froze hundreds of millions of dollars in child care funding for the state in December after a conservative influencer alleged in a viral video that numerous daycare centers in the state were misusing public funds. I like how we don't even speak of his name anymore. Like, don't say Nick Shirley here. Anyways, that's who they're talking about. Nick Shirley, legendary independent investigative journalist Nick Shirley. The Tuesday meeting is expected to focus on collaborative efforts between the White House and the state attorneys general on combating fraud, as well as the resources needed by attorneys general to fight fraud in their states, said one of the people who was briefed on the meeting. So I really need people to understand this. When you hear Democrats or people on the left get frustrated with these kinds of things, please just don't assume that I'm pro-fraud or Democrats. Well, maybe your rank and file, but lefty Democrats or even center-left Democrats are pro-fraud or anything like that. That is ridiculous. The problem here is that we know this administration doesn't actually care about fraud because they are committing infinitely more fraud than every fraudulent daycare in this country combined. It's kind of like appointing Hitler to the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, to prosecute genocides. It's like, hold on here. That's not right. I don't think this guy who's committing a massive genocide should be in charge of investigating other genocides. It seems like a conflict of interest. It seems a little weird, don't you think? Well, that's what's happening here. You can't have fraudsters investigate fraud because they are just going to keep doing fraud themselves while stopping their enemies from doing fraud. But it's even worse than that, you see, because a lot of the cases that they claim is fraud, or that like where fraud is taking place, it's just not happening, or it's already under investigation, but they act like it's something new. How many fraudsters has Trump pardoned? How much fraud has Trump committed to enrich himself or his family or his friends? Like, if you cared about fraud, you would investigate Trump's sons. You would audit the Pentagon. You would audit where all the Venezuelan oil money is going. You would audit Trump's personal deals with Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Like, the Pentagon is like the largest, like not only in just like taking money, but also in terms of just pure raw fraud. They haven't passed a single audit in like the last decade, and they can't account for like over 50% of the money they send. Right now, the U.S. Army is cutting training programs because they can't afford it, despite the Pentagon having the largest budget in history. We're at 900 plus billion right now. Like, we increased it in the big beautiful bill, like, I don't know, like 100, 150 billion, something like that. Like, you want to look for fraud, you can look there. But no, they just want to cancel as many social safety net services as they can. They want to cut them, they want to privatize them, and ultimately have people suffer. It's ridiculous, man. I'm so tired of, like, every time I hear Trump or JD Vance or anyone in this admin be like, oh yes, we care about fraud so dearly, just don't look at our crypto deals or the IRS slush fund or our deals with Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Israel. Like, don't look at any of that. Don't look at the Qatari jet that Trump was given. Don't, like, it's so ridiculous, man. And I'm so tired of it. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.